Hi guys, welcome to Binary Programming. Today in this video we will see the for each scope. In MuleSoft, for each scope works sequentially, and here we can see I have this very simple application. This is HTTP listener, and this one here I'm setting a payload. So this is a array, JSON array, and inside that I'm having a 4 elements. Okay, and here first we'll see the configuration for each. So here we can see it accept the collection type object. So if you want to feed from payload, you can give payload, or if you are feeding from variable, you can give the variable here. Okay, next is the counter variable. So counter and root message, these two are available as a variable. So this counter variable, it provides the current iteration number, like if it is iterating first element, it will return 1. If it is iterating second element, it will return second. Okay, this is a base size. So base size is it is like how many records you want to send. So it is like bunch of records which you want to send to for each. So for currently we are having 1, so it will iterate 1 by 1. Okay, so this for each iteration it will go 4 times. If you will change this to 2, it will go 2 times only, because it will make a bunch of 2 records, and 2 records it will push inside this for each. Okay, next is root message. So this root message variable, it is like it provide the original payload. So inside for each, if you need to have, if you have a requirement where you need a original payload, so using this root message variable you can access the original payload. Okay, and this for each scope, whatever input you pass, same input only it comes as the output. So we will see how we can accumulate the response also in the for each. So as my application is already in deployed status, I can just hit it from Postman. And here we can see, here counter variable is 2, because this is the second element it is processing. If I'll click F6 next, so here we can see it came out of this. It has a this for each, it performed 4 time iteration, and then it came out. Okay, now the one more thing, which is root message. So let me just go inside this, and here if you want to extract the original payload, as I said, in using this root message we can do that. So let me go to this one. So maybe before that, if you want to access the counter variable, you can just directly do counter. Okay, so with this we can see it has returned the first. Now for this root message, if you'll do this, it will return the complete object structure. But as I said, we need only the original payload. So here you can do payload. And here we can see it has returned the complete object. Okay. Now, let me just come out of this. Now, if I'll change the base size to 2. Okay, so now this iteration, before it was when we had base size 1, at that time it was going 4 times, but now we are having base size 2, so ideally it should iterate 2 times only. Okay, so here let me just hit it again, F6. So here we can see now payload size is 2, so for that reason it is coming as array. Okay, and before when we had base size 1, it was coming as a single object only, because it was iterating one element from the array object, but now it is array. So inside that, if you want to read the payload for the first index, so you can directly do payload and index of 0. So this will return the first index value. Same you can do with the second index. Okay, now if I'll try to extract the third index, it will give error, because here nothing it is there. As we can see, it has returned null. And here the counter variable is 1. Now if I'll again click on F6 next, so here we can see counter variable is 2, and now if I'll do next, it will come out of this for each scope. So here we can see it came out. Okay, now as we can see, whatever input we are passing, same only it is coming as output in the Postman. Okay, but I need all the IDs, like accumulated IDs after performing the iteration. So how we can do that? So here we have to set a variable out of this for each scope, and that variable name we can give something like this. And here as this is a array we are defining, so I can initialize this array as empty array, and here inside this for each I need to have a data view transformer, and this is again a variable with the same name which is there we have defined in this one. Okay, so this one name also I will give same only, and here if I'll do array plus payload dot id, I want id only. Okay, sorry, and this is a variable, so we have to access using this. Okay, now as this is a variable, so once control will come out of this for each scope, and payload will be same original payload only. So here implicitly we have to define the payload as this variable value words dot array. Okay, now let me try to hit this one. Okay, now we will hit it. F6, F6, F6. So here you will see I got this first payload index, and this is the second payload index. And why it is coming in this way? Because here base size we are having base size we are having 2. Okay, so if I'll just change this base size to 1, and again I try to run it, and here we will see in single list only it will come. So now we can see it is coming in single list. Okay, so with this I am done with for each scope. We'll see you in next video. Thank you.